Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We truly appreciate it. Great content on the way. Great content again today. This is Life as We Know It. I know you haven't heard this voice in a while, but like I said, I'm back again with another hot story. Today we're talking about YFN Lucci and his most recent plea deal. Let's jump right into it. So if you didn't hear, YFN Lucci actually pled guilty to violating Street Gang Terrorism Act as well as the Prevention Act. Now jumping right into an article by Channel 2 Action News, Atlanta rapper YFN Lucci, whose real name is Rayshawn Bennett, has entered a guilty plea in connection to a racketeering case in Fulton County. In May 2021, Bennett was among a dozen suspects indicted in a 75-page, 105 racketeering indictment focused on factions within the Blood Street Gang. The rapper pled guilty to one count of violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. Bennett initially was facing multiple felony counts, including felony murder, which carried a maximum penalty of life without parole. Based off what Channel 2's news anchor Michael Seaton said on Tuesday, it was announced that Bennett reached a plea deal. The prosecution proposed a 20-year sentence with 10 years to serve as part of the plea deal. Bennett will get credit for time served, which began when he surrendered two charges on January 13, 2021. The state also agreed not to send a letter to the state's pardon and parole board objecting to his release. Since he has served 3 years already, Bennett will be eligible for parole in 3.5 months. If he is granted parole, he will be released and serve the rest of his sentence on probation. Before receiving his sentence, Bennett has apologized to the victim's family as well as his own family, friends, while in court. Now, this is interesting to me. I've been paying attention to this case little by little. I was hoping he didn't take it to trial. I know they initially offered him like 17 years or something of that sort. And it sounds like in this case, what he's facing isn't necessarily the same as what Thug is facing. You know, if Thug would have pleaded out, I'm not even sure if they offered Thug a plea, but based off what they offered his co-defendants, if they were to plea out, instead of receiving the maximum sentence, they would in turn receive the minimum sentence. So let's just say something carried 20 years with a minimum of 5 or a minimum of 3. If they decided to plea out and work with the state, they would only do 3 as opposed to the 20. Now, it kind of sounds like that's what's happening here, because for somebody to get 10 years and only end up having to do 10, sounds like you're probably pleading out, sounds like you're probably taking some of those charges on the chin and pretty much just saying you're guilty, you don't want to go to court case and try to figure it out. But I know there were also other people involved in this as well, so I'm sure some people were taking some of those charges for YFN Lucci, but I also think he probably just got a sweet deal because he is YFN Lucci. But we'll see what else comes in it. There's not too much specifics into what was in term in his plea agreement. So, you know, there's no telling what type of information or, you know, what they may have asked him in return for, you know, a sentence like this that's being reduced. You're going to serve 10 years on probation, but 3.5 more years in jail. You sat for, 3 and some change. You know, I definitely understand it. He has a career. He has business opportunities he's probably missing out on. So it definitely makes sense, get back to the music. But why even put yourself in a situation like this where you're facing 10, 20 years, So I think ultimately we just have to all look at this as a situation where we can learn from it. And, when you're in that position of power, don't fumble, don't stumble, stay focused and keep going. But, that's the end of this. This is Life as We Know It. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. We truly appreciate it. And like I said, great content on the way. Great content again today. I'm back again, and I'm going to keep trying to stay consistent, keep things rolling. So I appreciate everybody that's sticking with me and, tuning into the videos. And until next time, I am out.